My name is Cachet Johnson, and I'm from Cleveland, Ohio originally, but now I reside in Atlanta, Georgia. Ever since I was younger, I used to write poetry. And as I got in my teenage years, I started to read urban fiction. And I read like thousands of books. And one day my friend told me, you read enough books, you should write them and let people read your work. And that's when I started. My first book is entitled You Knew Better, and that was with Triple Crown Publication. You Knew Better was about Sasha and Rayshawn. They were high school sweethearts who got married, had a baby, perfect life. Turns out that Rayshawn has another baby who's older than the baby he had with his wife, Sasha. And his mistress ends up getting murdered. And he says he's not the one who did it, but you know, the evidence is stacked against him. My first book is anybody can get it. It's a short story. It's about parents whose child has a heart defect who needs surgery. Insurance only covers a portion of it, so they have to come up with the rest of it in cash, which is it's a crazy number, $300,000. And that's what the title comes from, because he gets the money and anybody can get it to get his money. The second one is Anybody Can Get a Retribution. It picks up, from the first one. I can't really go into it because, you know, it give away the first one. My third one is entitled Heartless. It's about Brandy. From the age of 8, she was sold by her mother to sell drugs, to supply her drug habit. Her mother dies and she goes to live with her father, who promised to make her his little princess. Everything is perfect until he turns her into a prostitute also. So when she gets grown, she says she's not going to get played or walked over anymore, and she becomes heartless. And then I got Heartless 2, Still Grimy, which picks up from the first one, and she's dirtier than ever. And then my last book that just came out Friday is called Miserable Matrimony. It's about a woman who wants to do anything she can to make her husband happy, but anything she does is not good enough. He just beats her, and she tries to stick with it until she gets tired. His thing is till death do us part. So basically, you know, it goes from. I was watching Law and Order one day, and it was about a domestic violence thing, and I was like, I need to write a book, because all my books are gritty. That is the one that's more drama, not a lot of violence, you know, other than him beating her up, but it's not as hood as the other books. And I was like, I'm gonna write a book about domestic violence. My 3 short stories I wrote all this. Miserable Matrimony is told from the woman's point of view. Deadly Divorce, Deadly Divorce is the sequel, and it's told from the man's point of view of why he did what he did, and it picks up from where the first one left off. So it gives you a little more background into his background, and not so much as how she felt and what she thought. It tells you, you know, how he really felt. I'm on Facebook, author Cachet Johnson, Instagram, author Cachet Johnson, and Twitter, it's the same. All it takes is one book to get you hooked.